Good morning and good afternoon. This is video log 3, and in today's video I will be covering updating my resume. So in our most recent class we covered what to include in your resume, the kind of language, the outline, your home address, whether to put permanent or temporary address, and things of that nature. So I'm just gonna jump right in and cover how I updated my resume that I used to get my last internship to the resume that I created tonight. So in my last resume, it was a little disorganized. It was about a page and a half, and it was brightly colored. It was very unprofessional, which is surprising considering that I was able to get my last internship, but I am very proud of the resume that I've completed for today. So what I used to make this resume were my notes from class, which I will go over, the University Career Center's document, their resume that they have posted on JMU's webpage, and then also just any information that I remembered from class covering the social work department's resume. So I will put up the screen on my resume and just the sample from JMU's Career Center page. So hopefully you can see both of those things. Okay, so on the left-hand side, this is JMU's, and then on the right-hand side, this one is mine. And so how I updated it was, this is pretty standard. This is what I had before. I had my permanent address, I had my cell phone number, and then I just updated my email because I will not be using my Duke's email any longer. I will be using my personal email, which I made sure that that was professional before I put it on my resume. First, I included my education, and I kind of went off this one rather than the social work department's sample, where I put in my cumulative GPA, any honors, and any club involvement here up in this section. So I tried to keep it, pretty simplistic, basic language. I put my major and my minor. I was a member of Delta Gamma my time at JMU. I also held a position, so I could possibly put that in, but for the sake of time, I just left it out. I'm gonna look over some more samples before I decide whether to put that in. My GPA at JMU is 3.5 currently. I obviously have to finish up this semester. And I need to double check before I put in my GPA. I felt like that was very important to make sure it was accurate before I put that data in. But I believe my cumulative GPA at Piedmont was around a 3.7. I graduated with honors. I was a member of the Honor Society at Piedmont and a bunch of other clubs, so I could possibly put those in. And at that community college, I just gained a general associate's degree. Then I went on to my experience. I won't cover everything here, but I tried to focus on one of the tips that the professor gave, which is to have all of your experience listed from most recent to least recent, and then also have it be applicable. In my most recent resume, prior to updating it, I went ahead and I took out other information that wasn't it wasn't necessary. Like I took out my student teaching job that I had for dance, and I took out my position working at Bed Bath & Beyond, because I felt like my food industry experience was more applicable to the jobs that I'm going to be applying to. Now I'm applying to environmental government work, so people, interpersonal experience I felt was very important. So I put intern. This is my environmental internship that I had most recently. This one is obviously my working at the restaurant. and what I learned from that. And then I also included the front office staff member. I worked in an advising I just worked in an advising office, so I helped all the advisors with that. And then so I also was a student ambassador. So these were two separate jobs, even though I held them at the same time. So I would be a student ambassador for the school. I would host tours, coach students, help the advisors, but I also helped the advisors in the front office. And I would also help the other departments within the school. So that was really educational for me, enlightening. And then I included a skills section. So I have professionalism, timely and efficient work ethic, presentation and interpersonal skills. I worked a lot on my presentation skills in my student ambassador and front office positions, just because we had to present to new college students a lot. And then in these two are service industry, and then this is my most recent internship. We worked on WordPress and other web design software, and then I talked briefly about like community outreach in my internship up here, so I didn't include that down here, but I did point of service, which is POS is our system for the service industry when you're putting things into the computer. So I just wanted to include that. Obviously, this is a very simplistic version. This will include a cover letter as well once I start applying to places. And it will also have a section above for the objective where I will include the position that I'm hoping to obtain. So yeah, this is my short version of me updating my resume. It was very educational, and I enjoyed working on this project. I hope you guys did, enjoy listening to me. Thank you. Bye.